now that if Roethlisberger was on your team and stuff like that, he'll be a pretty good asset, especially since a lot of the teams that they are playing coming up are bad on the defensive side of the ball and not very good, and he's real smart with the football and hasn't turned it over. Well, he has turned it over, but he's not proficient at turning it over.
Right.
He's also a pretty good pickup as well. There's some receivers. Bad thing is, go pick up any Kansas City receiver that's not named Tyreek Hill because he's out right now, and one of them's going to have a good game.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, they'll flip flop.
I would say pick up the tight end Mark Thomas from the Ravens. He's been Lamar Jackson's favorite target. For the time being. Also, Christian Kirk, the wide receiver from Arizona, he's getting a lot of attention, and probably going to be Larry Fitzgerald prodigy whenever Larry steps down. But Christian Kirk has been playing pretty well too with Kyler Murray and that upgrowing offense that they got going on in Arizona. So it's two guys I keep on. Also with the Bucs wide receiver Chris Godwin too is a good pickup as well if he's available.
Yeah, Godwin's been, when he's not turning the ball over or anything, has been the best weapon for Jameis to throw the ball to.
Yeah, because Mike Evans is pretty much being double teamed and not. I can tell by it because I drafted Mike Evans and he's not doing anything. But on the flip side, I see how Chris Godwin is doing pretty well. So that's why I say, well, go ahead and get Godwin because I kind of got him on one of my bench in the other league that I got there. So I've just been keeping an eye on him as well. But if he's available, then yeah, go ahead and pick him up too. So.
He was available in some leagues, not a lot.
Yeah, not a lot. Yeah, so, I mean, obviously people know now to pick him up. So, but that's my fantasy advice I got for some of you guys out there that need some picks and stuff like that. So,
but definitely Shark though, because I know he's available in about 60-something% of leagues.
Yes, and he's been playing well, as Kevin stated just a few minutes ago. So yeah, he'd be a great pickup as well.
And even Chris Conley has played well.
Yes.
With Mitchell being in the game because he's right there. This is the first time we've had a duo of our receivers that people are actually going, oh, shit.
Yes. So, all right. Well, you got anything else to add?
I know he just ain't going to let it just go away without even mentioning it.
What you want to talk about?
I'm amazed you haven't even mentioned it.
What's that?
Ramsey.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
You haven't even brought it up.
Hey, man, I didn't know you want to talk about it, but yeah, you want to talk about it, man. Come on, let's talk about it.
Like, amazingly, you didn't even bring it up.
Well,
that would have been the first thing you brought up.
So I'm gonna go with the adage because it's not about him; it's about the team. They got a victory, so I didn't want to kind of bring it up. But I mean, yeah, what's your thoughts about this, man? And what do you want for Ramsey if he is traded? But even though Shaq kind of come out and said that he will pay him, but there's been internal. Well, Kevin, you can speak more on this. Let me not talk to you. Team.
Here's the thing: Jalen Ramsey does not like Tom Coughlin, and what I'm hearing is a lot of the team don't like Tom Coughlin, and it's just it's the Tom Coughlin thing is the thing that gets on my nerves right now because apparently he's not mad at Marone, he's not mad at Caldwell, he's not mad at anybody except he got pissed after he come out of the conversation with Tom Coughlin. And that's when he come out and things were said and he told his agent that he wants to get traded. So hopefully what this leads to is Shad Khan finally growing some testicles and being the owner of this stinking football team and telling people you're not getting rid of our best player. And saying we're going to pay him because nobody's going to give us what he's worth. So hopefully that's what comes around. I personally don't think Jalen's going to go anywhere. Mm-hmm. And I've been saying if he is going to go somewhere, you better be able to pony up 2 first-round picks and a good player.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to take to pry him out of my hands if I was the GM.
Yeah, I saw the Bronco fan propose Bradley Chubb, Noah Fant, and a first-round draft pick. I'm like, nope, for the Broncos. I'm sure you probably say no from your end too. But I mean, I'm not speaking for you, but I definitely was like,
hell no.
I'm a big believer in Bradley Chubb. I don't want to trade him anytime soon.
The getting of another. But here's the thing: if you trade away Ramsey, Boye's probably going next year.
Yeah.
You're going to be losing a lot of pieces next year.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have to draft 2 corners. You're going to have to draft a corner, go and pick up another expensive quarter in free agency that you're going to be spending money on. So you might as well just go ahead and keep your best one that you've ever had. It just makes, I don't know, sense.
Yeah, as far as what I heard, Ramsey don't hate Jacksonville.
No, he don't want to leave, but when people are, we all know how the athlete of today is now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't piss them off or they'll want to leave.
Yep.
And that's what happened. Somebody pissed him off, and in his knee-jerk reaction, he wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Now the owner needs to step his ass up and pay him. Because the real people that are at fault are not the coach, not Ramsey, not nobody on the team. It's everybody that sits in them skyboxes during game day.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that are responsible for this mess. Not the people that are down on the field, but the people that are in them skyboxes. And that's including the defensive coordinator who don't use them right. Actually, I think he stayed down on the field, but he's terrible too.
Like I said,
and it all stems back to you're beating New England by playing man-to-man, and you go into zone, and you ruin the whole stinking game because you want to play zone instead of going back to man-to-man.
Yeah.
And he even mentioned that before.
Mm-hmm.
He's done a lot of talking on these podcasts and things like that as well. So what I think ends up happening is it all gets hashed out. He gets paid. End of the season, Coughlin's gone.
Gotcha.
And probably Dave Caldwell on top of it. And then we pay the guys that we need to pay. The only one that may not get paid is Yannick Ngakoue.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping they pay him as well. That way you keep your young guys that you want to develop.
Your core, yep.
Exactly, and keep them in Jacksonville. But me personally, I don't think he's going nowhere. I'll be absolutely shocked if they.
I'm rooting for y'all to keep him.
Yeah, I'll be shocked if they trade him.
It's I know you get sick and tired of hearing this. I'm sure you want to hear Jacksonville in the news, sports news, for right reasons, not the wrong reasons. I'm pretty sure all this drama stuff is probably getting on your nerves. So I imagine that you probably like, just get this over with, figure it out, and let's go playing football. We got some momentum. We beat the Titans. Let's push forward and see, can we make a playoff push. So,
exactly, man. Because like I said, with the schedule, the way it is, and everything, this team can make a playoff push.
Yeah,
and they can definitely do it, especially with the schedule and with the way that injuries have laid out and everything like that. And your rookie quarterback is playing phenomenally well.
Yep.
That you can ride it.
I know that's
you can ride it. And then if you make the playoff and for somehow Nick Foles comes back, well, that's his time. That's Nick Foles' time.
Exactly. Hey, money time, right? There it is.
Exactly.
So, hey, man, I said I hope everything gets solved sooner than later. But y'all can build on the one win and push it forward, man. So, anything else you'd like to add?
I think it all will get worked out. I think he'll end up staying. I think cooler heads will prevail. I just think that Coughlin is the big, gigantic main reason that he came out as pissed as he did.
Right.
Because you got to think, today's players aren't Coughlin's type of players.
Right.
Coughlin never liked people that talked, never liked all that madness. And now when you got a guy who's as opinionated as Jalen is, yeah, let just keep the man.
For sure. All right, man. Anything else you'd like to add?
And make all them idiots that were booing him last night feel stupid.
Yeah.
that they're going to have to cheer him because he's staying.
Hey, that's how the cookie crumbles, right?
Oh, I love it.
For sure.
I love it when things bite people in the ass.
All right, make sure y'all stay tuned with me and Kevin. We'll do the recaps of the games coming up next week, college and football.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Might take another week off. Who knows?
Yeah. All right, you can follow the pod. You can follow the podcast page at Balls Not Court. You can follow me at CP.
Kevin C 2415.
Go to our Facebook and type in Balls Not Court podcast. Give us a like, comment, shout there. You can go to Podomatic directly by typing in CP.podomatic.com. We're on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Windows, Google Play, Anchor, Spotify, and many other sites as well. Or Kevin like to say?
Yeah, wherever you listened to us before, just listen to us there again.
Awesome. All right, ladies and gents. Well, enjoy some football this weekend. Speaking for Cortez Paul and Mr. Kevin Carter, this is Balls Not Court Podcast. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
See ya.